It's your boy DJ Matt Maverin with Francois and Deja. Collectively, we are known as the Goonies, baby. What up? What up, Francois? I see you out there dancing, doing your thing, man, in the courtyard. You know.
Yeah, you gotta keep it live. You gotta keep it live.
It's funny because
all the way live.
It's funny because you was out there like wilding out, and then you get on the mic all calm, like, yeah, you gotta keep it live.
Yeah, you gotta turn up when it's time to turn up.
When it's turn up. Well, it is time to turn up on this weekend wrap up. So we try to stay up on all the gossip and all the stuff that's going on right now, and. Yeah, so Kanye West. We have to keep it in there. Kanye West, man. So the Nigerian senator asked Kanye West to visit West Africa's slave ports so he can experience the choice that Africans had in being slaves. Now, if you don't know, which I don't see how you couldn't, Kanye West has been ranting about how slavery was a choice, and
why they just put that and separate it? He said 400 years. It seems like a choice. That's what the exact words were.
400. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I been hearing that it hasn't that. I want to choose my words wisely, that it hasn't been complete 400 years. I mean, how old is America?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Don't see. We're so ignorant. We live in this country.
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna have to look that up and come back to that. But so anyway, he's saying it is a choice. Now,
he said it seems like a choice.
He said it seems like a choice
for something to happen in society for 400 years.
For that long. Well. This is my thing. This is my take on that. If I give him the benefit of the doubt, which I am because of the fact that I believe he's doing this all as a tactic to promote his 7 projects with like 3 different artists or 6 different artists along with his own personal project.
Poopity scoop.
Poopity whoopity whoop. I was thinking about playing that today. I was thinking about playing that today. Yeah. Once again, another marketing tactic, and I don't think that Kanye is as stupid as he comes off to be. But so my opinion with this is that he's looking at it as, why didn't all the people, just like all the slaves, just rebel and be like, you know what, I'm fed up with it? And then I would also have to say, well, I'm pretty sure they did try. A lot did try, and they got cut down. Like, you know what? I'm tired of picking this card. You know what? Let me finish because not everybody is on my team, and I don't have nobody to back me up on this.
Okay. I mean, I see that if you ask, I don't know. If you ask the person,
what do we want? Oh, okay. Listen, we might be getting deep into something here because Francois is pausing like this.
No, I'm just
trying to choose your words.
I'm just saying, if you ask a society who has escaped imprisonment like that, and you ask them like, all right, so what made you decide to revolt? What made you decide to rebel? What made you decide to free your country?
Yeah.
Like whether you're talking about the Mexicans on September 16th, whether you're talking about, Haitians on January 1st declaring their independence. It's like, what made you decide? Now, if there is a deciding factor, doesn't that mean that they made a choice?
You can make a choice to rebel, but the fact that you don't have the resources and the manpower they had guns. So not only on top of that did they have guns, the way that they controlled the slaves, I'm pretty sure it was extremely hard to rebel.
I'm just asking you, did they make a choice?
Yeah, they made a choice saying, listen.
They made a choice. So if they didn't, so that means it was an option. You could choose that, or you could choose something else.
No, I'm saying what the choice, what I believe the choice was. The choice was, I would like to rebel, but I cannot. So the only way I can survive is to do what I'm told, because I do not know how to communicate. I do not know how to read. I do not know how to navigate this country.
So is that a choice?
It's not it's your only option.
Gotcha.
Like, you don't have any other choice. That's like you telling somebody, yo, you was locked up in prison for 40 years. Why didn't you just choose to get out? What you mean? Like, I thought about it. I wanted to, but they got these things called bars, and I cannot break these bars.
El Chapo decided that he was going to get out.
First off, El Chapo owned a lot of manpower, a lot more money than slaves did.
Right, but we're talking about this is what I'm saying. He's talking about 400 years.
And correct me if I'm
Not
wrong. And we got to look
years.
it up, but the computer, the mouse is meant, but I don't believe it was 400 years of it. And I got to look at because where's your laptop? You're supposed to be the information guy.
I am not supposed to be the information guy.
Yes, you are the information guy.
Supposed to be the information
you are
guy.
the information guy. So
I'm just giving you perspective in what he's trying to say. That's all I'm doing. Meanwhile, you tippity tapping, trying to research it. Huh?
Give me a second.
Wow. Can you? All right, people. So I guess I'm taking over the radio show. This is the Francois Takeover. So as far as Mr. Maverin's weekend, he didn't even tell us what he did over the weekend. So I'm assuming that he had normal. Oh, you know what? He was supposed to be making a flyer because we have an event coming up on the 7th of next month. What is that? What month are we in right now? April? Answer me. Are we in April?
Yeah. I'm trying to do some research, man. We should have been heading this up.
So June 7th. June 7th is we got our event. He was supposed to make a flyer all weekend. I texted him.
All right, first off,
he was
we're
like,
not going to distract us from the fact that we're trying to find up this information, but my laptop was acting up.
Yeah, I'll make it. And then I'm like, all right, so Sunday come up. I'm like, yo, you made a flyer? He was like, it'll be done by Monday. It'll be done by Monday. So Monday come up and he's like, did you make the flyer? No, I didn't do it. And this is how the normal production schedule works with the Maverick. I asked him to do something, and he's like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then it doesn't happen. Anything to say for yourself?
Okay, so if my calculations are correct, the colonies were established in. I'm looking at this. Is the colonies that formed the U.S. were established in 1732. 1732 that formed the U.S. The colonies that yes.
But slavery existed before that.
Before the See, we got to do our research on that.
And slavery existed in Europe too. So
we're talking about America, not Europe.
Well, it's the Europeans that came over to America. It's the Europeans that took the slaves that came over to America.
Well, I obviously failed history and all this stuff, so we're gonna have to get back to either way. I think that yes, some had a choice to be slaves. Like, in other words, you had a way to get out, but I think it was hard to come to that decision because mentally they were mentally messed them up. Like, the things that they did to these slaves to mentally get them programmed to be slaves and be in control that much. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's so anyway. After him saying that,
right,
and the whole thing with Donald Trump, like, now if if he wants to, but then he did explain on TMZ, he was saying that, listen, whether you agree with Trump or don't agree with him, at the end of the day, it's all love. Like, we need to understand both sides. We need to reach out. We need to love each other, no matter what you believe, and come to an understanding, even if it's we agree to disagree. That I agreed with, because I do believe that in culture, in all cultures really, where there's misunderstanding, there's confusion, and then there's fear, and then it leads to ignorance, and then it can lead to hate because you feel as though another culture that you do not understand is affecting your culture. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it does. I think that does. But we're gonna have to. That might be the next debate, and I gotta look that up. I feel so ignorant now because you go to other countries, like we went to Costa Rica. Everyone knew their history of the culture, like of their country, and then we come over here, and we don't know jack.
I mean, well, a lot of it has been whited out.
No, I wouldn't say that. Not a lot of it. I would just say
a lot of it. Like literally, when I was growing up in school, they taught me Columbus discovered America. That was what they were teaching, and then they changed it. So it's like,
well, Columbus did discover it for the Europeans.
So what I'm saying is, when you're in a position of power, you have the ability to change the narrative.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It's very interesting. That's a whole deep conversation. I don't feel like so also Childish Gambino drops an amazing song. This Is America. I was trying to find the edited version on it, couldn't find it yet, but when I do, I will be playing it. What is your take on the music video?
On the video? The video was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was cool.
What did
I
you
didn't
take
think it was
from it?
amazing. Like 5 people, once you get a message from 5, 6, 7 different people to watch the video, then you just watch it. But I was never really a Childish Gambino fan, to be honest.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what did you take from the music video?
It was showing duality of society. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think it was amazing. It was like one person gets shot in the beginning, a couple people get shot in the middle.
What music video do you think is amazing? Like, what's a song that has influenced that's like, oh, that hit you right there? Like,
as far as, amazing, what are you saying? Like
what's what off the top of your head? Yeah, you can't compare it
music video
because his is the best one. But what off the top of your head, what can you remember that you're like, yo, this music video impacted me?
Busta Rhymes music video.
Which one?
The one where he had the glow in the dark paint on and it was like dressed as natives.
Sounds like all of them. No, that was
that one was dope.
I know what you're talking about with the elephants and
Missy Elliott, Michael Jackson. Remember the time?
That was okay. That was just a short little film.
Thriller.
Yeah.
Whatever, dog.
All right, so Childish Gambino dropped his new music video, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. So I'm interested to see his new project, what he's going to do with that single. I hope it does well. And I'm a huge Childish Gambino fan, like just him as an artist, a writer, a director, a musician, a singer, a rapper. Like, he is talented in multiple ways, and I think it's great to see an artist or a person being able to expose all their talents like that, and they're like good talent, like they're good. You know what I mean? Like, he has skills. Like, he's nice. And then in other news, so apparently this teacher was forced to resign after slapping a student and stomping on the desk. North Carolina teacher resigns after a video surfaced of her pulling a student's hair and slapping his face while he slept in class. Now, I know you can be motivated to help out a student and you're very passionate about your job, but when she stood on this desk, and mind you, it's a little desk, and then,
I didn't think standing on the desk was crazy. The only part I thought was crazy was when she put her foot on his chest. That's when I was like, oh, okay, she's crazy.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. And I'm watching it like she's not slapping him hard. She's like doing all this to wake him up, and he's like half falling asleep. And she's just like playing with his head, trying to wake him up. I don't see abuse in this. Honestly, I think it's super funny. I'm not gonna lie.
When she put her foot on his chest, though, that was a little much.
Yeah, and she just tapped like. Okay, no, she's really pushing. Yeah, I don't know. I see it funny. Shoot, I don't know, man.
Just based on only seeing the video, I think she was just trying to wake him up, but she just went a little too far.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, she's been working for 27 years.
She's been working for 27 years, and she just did that.
27 years. I guess she just did that.
She must have forgot about social
Yeah,
media.
I'm not gonna lie because I have worked with students, but she's not being like abusive. It's like it looks like, you know what it looks like to me. It looks like to me she was the cool teacher, like
Right.
the real cool teacher that really cared.
You said it's in North Carolina, and also it's
Are
a
we
white
being
woman
stereotypical
and
right
it's
now?
a black student.
You're stereotyping?
I'm not stereotyping. I'm saying that's the perspective
That's what
people see.
that's the perspective you see.
I already told you what I saw.
What'd you see?
I saw.
I wasn't listening because I was looking it up on my phone.
Oh my god. Anyway.
But so now you're saying that it could be kind of like a little racist, a little like that's what you mean?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that a lot of people would look at that video and be up in arms because of this fact that she's a white woman and it was a black student.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that, but to me, honestly, and the way she's going about this, it seems like she was the real cool teacher. Looks like she was like, just passionate about her job, laid back, and she was just messing with this kid.
I have no idea. We have no information on anything. All we have is the video, single clip. So we can't even make a accurate assessment.
I guess we'll find out. I guess we will find out. But anyway, that was the weekend wrap up. Francois, what did you do over the weekend? You told me you had a party. You went to the party that I was not invited to at school, whatever, no big deal.
Well, Cinco de Mayo. You should have been partying yourself.
Cinco de Mayo. I was not. I was in bed sleep, actually.
I knew it. I told you, this guy's boring.
I was in bed sleep. I know I work very hard. Some of us work extremely hard. Some of us do.
Some of us work extremely hard.
But some of us do.
Okay.
I did want to go to Cinco de Mayo or do something for Cinco de Mayo. But it was, man, I was beat. There was a couple things going on, and I couldn't do it. Where'd you go?
La Esperanza. That's a restaurant bar over in Jersey. I think it's like where is that? Somewhere near Deptford. Somewhere near Deptford. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we hit the apartment. Did an apartment party.
So I could have been invited to the bar. I could have been hit up. You could have invited me, but you didn't.
I've never seen you in Jersey, not once.
What? What was the one club that shut down that me, Rizzo, you, we went over there and we went to?
Oh, wait. We're talking about within the last decade. I was talking about within this decade.
Nothing goes on in Jersey, bro.
Okay.
Nothing goes on in Jersey.
All right, then. That's why you don't get the invite.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the weekend wrap up. Also, we have a special guest coming in today, especially for all you, I would say women and men. I think that you guys will definitely benefit from hearing
I would
this.
say women and men.
What?
Why
are you trying? What?
Because
women
that's everybody.
No, because I was just going to say just men, because that's what the company focus on. But I don't want to give too much of what it is. But actually, women and men could benefit this together. Everyone could benefit. I could say, you really feel like bidding right now, like you. That's how you. Okay, I'm over here struggling with a broken mouse, trying to pull up this stuff on my phone, and okay. All right. But yes, we have a special guest coming in, a relationship coach. And yeah, so it should be very interesting. And I know Francois is going to enjoy this.
Why am I going to enjoy this?
Because you love the relationship conversations.
No, you always try to put those relationship conversations on.
It's going to be very emotional. I can tell already. We're going to talk about some good things. So, yeah, man, that was the weekend wrap up. If you're just now tuning in, you missed out on the weekend wrap up. And
play some Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. I'll try to find it. In the meantime, we're going to get back into the Mad Mix with that Dom Kennedy.
First of all, I said play Childish Gambino.
You did say that first, but second off, I'm behind the board right now, so you really don't have any control. So you don't have a choice You don't have a choice.
I don't have a
you
choice.
don't have a choice.
Okay, we about to see who has choices in there.
You can ask and suggest, and then, but yeah. So the choice thing. All right, but anyway, you are tuned into the #1 college radio station in the country, Montco Radio, with your boy DJ Matt Maverick, Mark Francois, and Deja. So let's get back into the Mad Mix. What up?